Yes, in the task of exposing the designs of the enemy that is bent on our damnation, ruining our lives, we have seen the movements and the permutations and the undercurrents in terms of the caliphate trying to take the rest of us to election by all means in 2023. Part of the key strategies they've deployed is to throw the ticket of one party to the south and retain the other tickets in the north, so that people will think, oh, we have a chance. The ruling party, we have the presidential ticket of the ruling party. But they forgot that in the 2015 electoral cycle, there was a PDP, the ruling party. The North, like we have seen in what Tambuwal was telling his fellow governors wherever they were meeting the other day, you could see that the allegiance, the interests of the regional interests, the ethnic interests of the North is the principal consideration for the caliphate elements. And so they are not bothered about party, so they can move from one to the other. In the 2015 electoral cycle, they migrated to APC while maintaining skeletal presence in PDP, including the party chairman who was then governor in Bauchi. The Muazu, they call him. He was in PDP, but they had decided, like they have decided again, they had decided at that time that they are going to converge in APC so that they will work together and win power. Tambuwal had just confessed it because it was one of the arrowheads. The reverse is now playing out. They have determined that it's better for them to converge in PDP, and they've all moved to PDP. Anybody who is still talking about how to zone and what will happen, they've all gone long time ago into PDP, but maintaining skeletal presence in APC. And so they are going to dump the APC ticket on some southerner, whoever it turns out to be. We have all kinds of names. We saw the one in Bodilon going all over the place. He wants to be president. We saw the jokers from the eastern side, including characters like Amechi and who else is saying the governor in Ebonyi, who has now been thrown out as a governor. Well, I don't know what will happen in court when they finish playing their games, but there's really no more to it than trying to pretend that there has been a contestation. The APC ticket is completely hollow because the proprietors of the party, that mob action that took out Jonathan, have moved to the other side. We even hear the name of Jonathan featuring as their consensus candidate. The strategic objective in all of that is to find a way to drag us to election at a time we are saying we can't go to election on account of rejecting the constitution that we don't want anymore. And so when this when this presidential candidate is thrown at some southerner and they quietly converge in the PDP, we hear today again that some of the leading candidates have all stepped down, the Tambuwal and who else was in the fold of Mohammed, whatever. There are 3-4 candidates that have already stepped down for Atiku, the Fulani. And so the PDP ticket will be in the hand of a Fulani man. And the rest of the Caliphate North will rally everybody they can rally according to the explanation of Tambuwal, so that they will win the power. But the APC ticket being dumped, the empty APC ticket being dumped on somebody from the south, that could be Tinubu, that could be Amechi, that could be Jonathan, if what we read on the internet begins to prove true. It will just be a matter of pretending that there has been an electoral contest, but the caliphate already determined the outcome because they control the electoral machinery in INEC 100%. So, I mean, at what point they've shown you where the figures are, where the demographics, converge, and how they're going to work around it to take. So, the purpose of this, broadcast is to let those from the South and the Middle Belt who are not listening now to know that the caliphate, those who are holding us hostage, in bondage, and who want to save that constitution by going to election under it, at the time we say we can't go to election anymore to renew the life of that constitution, are only playing all their cards to get us to that election. And so, if you are one of those, whether you are in PDP or APC, going towards that, the end point, the day after, the morning after the election, is that another Fulani man will have won election legitimately. 4 years added to the one they have now, and the conquest will continue towards us, against us. So let it be clear to all. Let nobody say they thought they will win. There's no possibility of any of you winning. Anybody from the South or the Middle Belt who is going to purchase form to be president of Nigeria knows in his heart of hearts that he stands no chance to win. He's only playing the role of Judas Code to help drag all of us to that election, to validate the process the caliphate desperately wants. They all have one skeleton or the other in the cupboard for which they want, instead of going to address the issues that have come to consume the Nigerian Union itself, they are busy validating the process that have been predetermined. Every other thing is just a show, window dressing, make believe. The question of the ticket of the party that will win if we get to election is settled on their side. So they're in control of the two machineries. They're in control of the two parties so that they can put whoever they choose. You saw their convention and how it ended up with a list they had to generate in one corner. So all of those who are standing around, they're just validating the process by which the caliphate will want, struggling to save that constitution. But we are just letting them know that we see what's going on, and no matter what they do, whether they get to the election or they crumble before they get to the election, or they crumble at the election, or they even get to voting stage and swearing in somebody, this onslaught against the 1999 Constitution is only going to be further intensified. Nobody is going to be permitted or allowed to govern Nigeria on the basis of that fraud. We have a whole year now to go and sort out the matter, or we get ready for sorting it out on the street when those who are at the receiving end will say they can't take it. And it's not a fight against Fulani or Caliphate. It will be a fight first against the people from the Alliance territory, from the South and the Middle Belt, who have been waving this party flag when their peers from the North are waving ethnic flag. That's what's going on. The Caliphate politicians are waving their regional flag. Our own renegade elements pretending to be politicians are waving party flag. And they just laugh at all of them because they don't even know the big game that is being played. We are telling those from the South and Middle Belt who are involved, no matter their party, whether it's ABGA or APC or PDP or Youth Party or Mega Party, the type of Tommy and Co are trying to put together, Third Force, all those things are just validating, because as long as they all subscribe, all the parties subscribe to the 1999 Constitution, that's where it ends for us. Anybody who is prepared to support an election that will, that will renew the life of that constitution is the enemy that the people of the South and Middle Belt are looking for. Let it be very clear to them so that they don't come to tell us, oh, we didn't understand it. That's what you are doing. We are at war in which represents an existential threat against us. And we have a chance to escape to safety. What you are doing is roadblock to that safety by dragging us to election in the manner that we have been drafted to do. Let the word be enough for the wise.